On the left-hand side, you see a set of strategies: peer instruction, think, pair, share, minute papers, lecture tutorials, and so on. We wanted to rate each of those strategies in terms of both its utility, so how easy it is to use, and its learning efficacy. How confident am I in saying that this is going to have a positive impact on learning? And in fact, how much research supports that idea? So we had three kind of buckets that we used to think about the utility. We had pre-class preparation, the in-class actions, and the task characteristics. And in each of those cells, you can see a number 1 through 3. A 1 is a low score here. So if you see a strategy with a 1, let's say like case studies slash problems has a 1 for instructor prep time. Those take a lot of time upfront to prep, but there are a lot of examples out there. So it gets a 1 in instructor prep time, but a 3 for the availability of examples. The ease of student use, something like peer instruction or think, pair, share, those are very easy for our students to hook onto. Something like role playing, we rated as being more challenging. It's going to push on some of that introvert, extrovert kind of behavior, and it's asking students to don maybe a whole other personality that they're not used to thinking about in our context. So that's a more challenging one. That gets a 1. And then the research validated is basically how strong at the time that we wrote this paper was the evidence base for that strategy having a positive impact on student learning. And that gave us an overall score for each of these strategies. So this isn't necessarily good to bad. High scores do have a high utility and are well supported, but some of our low scores, something like teaching with models, is well supported. It's a 5 out of 6. It's just it's going to take more time and effort to get up and running.